Isabella Jaii, and in today's video I wanted to sit down and do something that's probably going to be like kind of weird to talk about, because this is a real thing for me. I don't know if it's a real thing for you guys, so if it is, like, I definitely love to know. But I definitely wanted to talk about the 5 reasons why I'm afraid to lose weight, and I don't even want to do too much in the intro. I just want to get right into it, so let's do that. This is a real thing for me because, like, I've just been thinking about just why I feel like my journey has been so long. Like, if you guys have been following me since the beginning, you would know that I've been documenting this for almost 2 years now. But I expected myself to have overnight progress, and I was like, yo, like, I'm gonna lose 100-something pounds in a year. Like, I wasn't as determined, but I thought I was. And I guess these are 5 reasons why I'm not. The first reason is loose skin. Loose skin is a huge thing for anybody trying to lose weight drastically. A lot of people experience loose skin in their stomach or their arms. I think you can experience it in your thighs as well. But it just really, like, when I first started to, like, notice that a lot of people who had lost weight had it, like, even my older brother, he had loose skin, and it was just weird to see. And so it just started to make me think, like, yo, am I gonna have loose skin? Like, is that what it's gonna look like on me? Especially because I hold a lot of my weight in my stomach and back area. And so I just, like, it really started to make me paranoid at a point. Like, I was like, yo, like, I don't want this. Like, I guess for me growing up, I thought that I would be able to just snap back and I would have, like, this flat stomach and I would be like everyone else who wasn't overweight. And that's not the case. Like, the case is that pretty much everyone who's been super overweight or obese has loose skin, and it just, like, it terrifies me, and I feel like it just crushed my dreams in a way, knowing that I'm going to have that. Also, just thinking about, like, not being able to wear certain clothes, because I like crop tops and stuff, like, even like form-fitting outfits and stuff. Like, I feel like you'll still be able to see that loose skin, and you'll be able to see it unless I wear, like, maybe a girdle or something to just conceal it. So it just made me think about, like, I guess the insecurities that I would have when losing all of this weight. And I know, like, these reasons may seem silly, like, now that I'm, like, actually saying it out loud, it does seem kind of silly to me, because I mean, I've talked to people about it. Like, they're like, yo, I'd rather have loose skin and be, like, smaller and healthier than overweight with the weight. And I do feel that way now, but this was, like, something that really was getting to me at a point. Like, at a point I was like, it didn't make me want to stay overweight, but it did discourage me from, like, wanting to do more about it. The second thing I would say is a reason why I'm afraid to lose weight. Sometimes it seems impossible because I haven't done it yet. Like, I'm only 50 pounds down so far, and granted, I've been smaller before. Like, I've never been this overweight, but because I've never done it before and I haven't done it yet, sometimes it seems impossible. And so I know for me, like, a lot of times I just don't believe in myself. Even when I'm doing workouts with friends or even by myself, I don't push myself because I don't believe that I can do it. And, like, that's a real thing for me, because I'll be sitting there and I'm like, nah, I can't do it. And I don't feel like I can do it as good as someone else who's smaller than me. Even in the boot camp, like, I seen all the other women in the room and they were doing things a certain way, and I just feel like I just didn't try because I'm like, yo, I'm too big. Like, I don't try hard enough. So, like, a part of me is just like, I just don't believe that I can do it sometimes. And even now, realizing that, like, yo, I am 40 pounds down, I am lighter than I was before, I don't look the same as I did 2 years ago. Like, I still have to remind myself of those things, but since I'm not where I want to be, sometimes I'm just discouraged. I get to my own self sometimes and I just make myself feel like it's not gonna happen. It hasn't happened. I've always wanted this and I'm not there yet. I keep talking about it, I'm not doing it, and I just feel like I get in my own head a lot. So that's another reason. Third reason is attention. So, and even like friendships and relationships. So when I was younger, I would always hear, like, I'm dead serious, literally. People probably think I'm crazy when I tell them this. I would always hear, Isabella would be so much prettier if she lost weight. Oh my God, Isabella would be this if she lost weight. I can't wait to see Isabella when and it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of that has carried into my adulthood, where I do think about how other people will treat me. Like, I've seen how people have treated me because of my weight, and like, it's a real thing. Like, people do not or haven't necessarily treated me the best because I was overweight or bigger than most people. Like, I've seen people literally laugh in my face. I've seen people literally not pick me, not want to be my friend, and then turn around and say they wanted to be my friend because they realized like I was actually a cool person to be around. Like, I've seen how people treated me at this size. Like, people literally write me off because I'm big, as if, I don't know, as if like me being big has anything to do with them or has anything to do with like my personality or whatever. I don't know. I've seen that. And so it's like a part of me is afraid to see how people will change because of the changes that I'm making. And I've seen it now. Even like now that I've publicized my weight loss journey, I feel like people are more, I'm not gonna say nicer, but they pay more attention to me because they're like, oh, you're documenting it. Oh, okay, you're doing something about it. Oh, and I can just tell like it's something. Like, people are looking at me like, oh. And so it's like, to actually do it and to actually accomplish it when I actually feel like I've accomplished my goals and I'm like 200 pounds down, I know people are gonna treat me different. I know that I'm gonna get more attention, and I know that people are gonna be like, hey girl, oh my God, like you look so different, and like try to talk to me, and they wouldn't before. The next thing is that this goes into the attention thing. It's like, I don't want to be big-headed or like rude or have an ego, because I do believe that I am a beautiful person, but I think that I'm a beautiful person because of who I am, not necessarily just my appearance. I just want to keep who I am now because I feel like I appreciate life so much right now, because I do understand what it's like to be left out, or for people to overlook me, or for people to write me off. And I don't want to write people off because now I'm where I want to be, or I'm where people felt like I should have always been, and so now I can just treat people however. Like, I don't want to lose myself trying to find myself. Like, I definitely don't want that. So I just want to make sure, like, I'm afraid that like the weight loss will, I guess, just change me as a person. And I know it's not gonna change me in a negative way because I'm not allowing it to now, but I'm just like trying to make sure that I just don't want to allow this drastic change to change my person in a negative way. And I'm like, I've literally seen how losing weight has affected people around me, and how they start, like, not even just the people around me, but it's just like some people who have lost weight in general, like they make the drastic life change, and now all of a sudden they look at overweight people and they're like, yo, like, why are you doing this? As if they weren't there before, and they look down on them instead of like helping them because they're further. And it's like, I don't want to be that person, because I know what it feels like to be here. Like, I know how it feels to feel like you can't do it, to feel like it's impossible, all of that. Like, I literally know. I'm feeling it now. So I just don't want to treat people badly or feel like I'm above them because I lost the weight before them. And I don't want to make people feel like they need to rush their process because I made it. And so it's like, oh, I made it, so now you can do it too. And it's like, yeah, you can do it, but do it at your own pace. And I just don't want to look down on people for that, just because, like I said, I've seen people do it, and it's like, I just don't want to be unkind or unpleasant. Like, I want to be somebody to help people understand, like, if I did it, you can do it, because I've seen people do it, and like that motivates me. But when you're big-headed and when you're like, yo, this is me, I look good, and you forget where you came from, it's like, nah, now you're losing people. Like, the same people you could have reached, you're losing now, because now you're disconnected from who you once were because you're somebody else now. And so like that's just what I don't want. And lastly, well, I'm just afraid of the change because I'm used to being this way. Like I'm used to it. I've been this way all my life. I've always been the kid that was bigger than everyone else. I've always been the taller kid until about high school. Then everyone was like towering over me. Well, not high school, like middle school, but I'm used to being this size. A lot of it is just my fear of change, is just the fact that I've hid behind this for so long. Like this goes into me feeling like I can't do it. Like I'm like, yo, I don't have to do it because I'm big. Or like going out and going on roller coaster rides, or just allowing it to stop me from doing so many different things. I feel like this is causing me to break out of my shell, because I'm so like this. I'm like concealed. I'm to myself. I don't like to do more than I believe I can. And it's like this change is showing me that I am capable of so much more than I know that I'm capable of. It's scary because like now I have to change things about myself. And this goes back to my Q&A where I'm like, yo, that's the biggest part about this journey that's been hard, is changing myself. Like literally looking at myself and saying, yo, I can't overeat anymore. I can't do these things. I can't sit here and be lazy. I can't just sulk in my misery. Like I have to do something. I have to make this change. And that breaking yourself down constantly, being in a vulnerable place, like it's a lot. It's truly a lot. It's been a lot. And all of these reasons, I'm realizing that I am slowly overcoming them, especially now. Before, I feel like I would just take them and let them be what they are. But now, like, I'm ready to attack every single one of these reasons. Even now, I'm praying to God that I don't have as much loose skin as some people. I'm praying that all these fears go away, that everything that seems impossible will be possible, because I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And it doesn't really matter what people think about me or how they treat me. It's about how I treat them. And I want to remain in this same positive space. And I said all these reasons to say that, like, I found reasons, like these same reasons that are stopping me are these same reasons that are pushing me now to be better, to do better, and to continue on this journey. And granted, yes, it is 2 years later and I am only 50 pounds down, but that is way farther than I ever thought I would have been by now. Like, there were plenty of times where I was like, yo, I'm giving up. There were plenty of times where I was like, yo, this is never gonna happen. But God bless that I'm even where I am now. I do have a weight loss update coming for you guys as well. It should be up by September 1st. I'm excited, and like I'm glad that I'm even able to share these things with you all, and that you all actually care, and that you all actually listen. And I'm happy to like actively be doing something about these reasons. Like, I wrote them down. These reasons right here, I'm happy to actively be working against them so that I can make myself a better person. But that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this. Comment down below if you have any reasons or anything that's holding you back, or you feel as though it's holding you back. I'd love to know. I'd love to chat in the comments. I'm always open to chatting. Also, make sure to follow me on all of my social media. It's always in the description box below. It's always at the end of the video on this side. I haven't been active on social media this week because I did break my phone and I did lose one of my SD cards. So that's why you guys haven't seen videos. And I just took a much needed break. A lot has been going on, but I'm back. I'm better and I'm ready to tackle the world. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye.